I'm feeling a little full of oatmeal here. I want to do one more tarot reading for today using the Waite Smith deck. This is a black and white version that I've printed myself here, and I like using it. It's really cool. And this will be the first reading with this deck here this way on this channel, and I'm excited. We've already asked today about like what are the things that we should try to uncover here. Kind of like a moon question. But maybe we'll just ask about the world right now in a way, like the state of the earth and nature. It was raining a lot today, so that was kind of crazy here. The west coast of Canada had a lot of rain warnings. So why don't we ask about that? What's up with nature here? What's the world going through right now? And we will see. Oh, the Knight of Wands. So it's as if we're going through some just changes, I believe. Feels like changes. The earth is carrying a heavy burden. That makes sense because, well, there's a lot of people on the planet Earth, right? Lots of people. The whole planet is possibly thinking about, there's lots of migration happening, maybe people moving from place to place, or maybe not even moving, but trying to think of changing things for themselves. With the fire, like the wands energy, it's like burning away impurities. A lot of people thinking about like their jobs and changing that, understanding what else is changing in the world too with technology. Like we're all carrying a heavy burden, which was what the wands are saying here right now. Oh, the earth, the whole collective here. Strength, but we do have strength. It's weird because as much as like the human condition wants to tell stories of the apocalypse and these disaster-like scenarios, we always seem to get out of it. Like we're a very unusual thing. These humans, we humans, we seem to just always get out of it, figure it out. So we do have strength, and a lot of it comes from. Well, with the strength card, we can say that it's divine love. It's like the universe speaks only in love and compassion, and that's kind of like the secret of like the human experience is that love and compassion. It seems to always get us out when we need it the most. And there are times when it's like, none of this makes sense. Things are very confusing, but they always tend to resolve themselves through love. Yeah, so again, we're down here with like the Seven of Swords. It's like we're robbing the Earth's ability right now, or we're taking away its natural resources. That's a tough one because like there's a lot of you could go into nature arguments of like wanting to preserve the earth, and there's that's a strong type of argument to have, or it's a worthy argument to have, I would say. And instead of being strong, you have to make the argument, but it's a good argument to want to develop. But again, back to like the human condition, it's almost like the human condition doesn't really have a choice but to kind of do this. It's just a matter of how that's done. That's the big thing. Is we will probably look at developing like more renewable resources. We should. The world's known about that for a long time. Science fiction helps us create scenarios where that's a thing, or at least shows the repercussions of overpopulation and misuse of technology and planetary resources, but you know, there you go. That's an interesting thing. So we got another Page of Wands here. So we got a unique representation here in the court. We've got some sequence here. So the Page of Wands. Maybe this is the energy that we need right now of like trying to like figure out what to do with the the task at hand. We know that there's many things to carry for, you know, to carry the load, like carry that on our shoulders, but maybe we don't have to. Maybe we can spread that out a bit against the pages and the knights. Yeah. Queen of Cups. Put that up here. And I think this card speaking to me now, saying that maybe we just need a little bit of compassion. Don't be too hard on ourselves. But it's also an interesting warning. We see here all the water. And isn't that interesting? I was talking about the rain earlier today, and you know, there's always been talk about like the water level rising and stuff with global warming. I mean, in my whole life, I've heard that quite a bit. But I've only been alive for so long, like, you know, maybe 30 some odd years. It hasn't really happened in my lifetime, but that doesn't mean that it's not important, and it won't possibly happen. But I mean, we still don't know. Like, science can only take you so far until it actually really does happen. But I just think that's like an interesting little bit here out of the Queen of Cups. She's kind of looking into that cup and thinking about this watery emotion here, and at the same time, emotion it drives that connection of the science of this global warming stuff into, like, you know, the public. People have to be emotionally connected. It's funny that I talk about how, like, the human condition always just tends to figure it out. I think that's going to be the case. It's like, you know, we've got the problems that we're going to resolve. You know, we're going to end up figuring it out pretty soon. Page of Swords. And I think this card connects nicely to this one. We're possibly misusing the resources or taking away the resources of the earth. But, you know, we still have the 2 swords left, and sometimes maybe that's enough. We've got the page here holding one sword, one last sword, and maybe that's enough. That's going to make the difference. Yeah, that seems kind of interesting. We kind of like went all over the place with this reading, but that's kind of the cool thing about the tarot cards, is they can do that for you. They can just lead you all over the place. And it was great to use this deck for the first time as well too. You know, it feels like we're gonna be okay. You know, it's a bummer right now with, like, the pandemic, weird financial things happening in the crypto markets. All that is very strange and unusual. It's very new for a lot of people. But it feels like it's gonna work itself out. Just prepare yourself with the power of love and compassion, and I think we'll be okay. All right, well, I'll see you next time. Bye.